Yeah, I bloom just for you. I bloom just for you. Let's get it started.
English A-level revision tips, please. Language or literature? Didn't do language, so I can't help you. If A-level English literature works in the same way that it did when I did it, then look at the assessment objectives for how you're marked. So how you get A's on exams is you look at how they're marked and you work backwards. So, like, you have to write an essay answering a question about a book. Like, how did Mary Shelley input some of the earliest themes of feminism into Frankenstein? And then what you do is you take all of your info about Frankenstein, your quotes that kind of are relevant to the question that was asked, but then the points that you make about those quotes, you need to just tick the boxes of all the things they want to talk about. So, like, you need to analyze, first of all, like, this is the quote, this is why the quote's relevant. Here's some historical contexts to the quote. Here is some kind of, like, analysis of literature techniques that they did. And they'll be like, okay, so tick 1 is, yeah, he made it relevant. Tick 2 is he explained how they did it. Tick 3 is he provided historical context. And then tick 4 is, like, it used to be, like, analysis or something. So it's just kind of like, and now let's maybe consider the opposite of what I just said. And then you just go, like, intro, point, that each ticks all of the boxes, and then waffly conclusion that says something. There you go, full marks. And it's as easy as that. That's fine. You should teach. I should teach. School is so easy if you have good teachers that actually are helpful when... But, oh my god, my school was bad teaching sometimes. School is bad. Well, God, there's so many things that school should teach you about, like politics. How many of you... Because, like, I'm sure some of you do, obviously, but, like, how many of you really have an understanding of politics and how the world works? How many of you know about personal financing and what the hell savings and credit and mortgages are and how they work? How many of you know how to cook? Just basic life skills. I mean, I feel like it's really just as important, and I can't believe that I went through the entire education process in my early life with no one telling me any of these things. I'm like, my parents and school failed me. They dumped me into the world, age 19, knowing none of the things I needed to know about life. And then it's been a desperate struggle ever since then. And I'm still desperately learning things like, how do I, functional human, help? Oh dear. From where is Michigan? Dan's geography lessons again. I'll be real. My geography A-level didn't include a map of America. It included mostly writing essays about phytoplankton, which wasn't interesting. Some of it was. What was interesting about geography? A lot of it got very scientific when it got to A-levels. It was all about, let's talk about field studies of people doing things on beaches in Cornwall. And I was like, ah! Good luck to anybody doing A-level geography. It's hard. I feel like it was the hardest one. A-level law was the easiest thing in the entire world. A-level English literature was quite easy for me. A-level psychology, as I said in the last live show, was hard because you had to remember so much, but A-level geography was just hard to do. Didn't understand the mark scheme as much. It was just dense. It was dense. Like, there was one... Because you know how different exams work in different ways. One of the geography exams was just like a problem-solving, critical thinking one, where you just had to kind of, like, know how to, like, solve geography problems. And what would happen was you'd be given a piece of paper that's like a case study on something, maybe not, it's not like a volcano exploding, it's like, someone wants to build a motorway through a forest in the middle of England. Here are all the reasons why it's good and bad. Talk about all of the things that it could, and they give you all of the info. And then they give you 2 hours to make up an essay on the spot. There is no preparing for it whatsoever other than knowing how to write a geography essay about something, and it was awful. Because we had a teacher whose way of teaching us was just to make us do practices, and I was like, no, don't make me write in silence for an hour. Can you help me write my essay? Maddie. Okay. Literally. What you're scared of is the massive mountain of work that's ahead of you when you need to write this essay. So write the title, okay? Then think about what the point you're making in the essay is about, and then just write the start. Say, in this essay, I will prove that blah 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 blah, and then stop, and then go on Tumblr. Just tell yourself you will write the first sentence, then you'll go on Tumblr, then you'll go on Twitter, and then you'll stop it. Like, do that, okay? And then what you'll do is, once you start that, you'll just continue for a bit, and then you can finish the rest of the paragraph. So literally, the reason why you don't even want to start the essay, people that have got essays and homework to do, is because you're like, oh, I've got so much to do, I can't be able to do it right now. So just say to yourself, I'll just write the title, I'll just write the first sentence, I will literally just write the first paragraph where I set out my argument, make the first point, and then pause. And then if you do that, then you'll magically just start it. You'll just randomly start it. I'm supposed to be cleaning my room, said Madison Chipetta. Do it. Do what I do. You need to tackle it a corner at a time. Phil did not text back. Sorry, person. You're never getting a name or roasting you, whatever that was. What you do is you just look at a corner, and what I do first is the clothes, because usually most of the mess is the clothes. So anything on my bed, chuck it off. I put all of the clothes on my bed. I sort the clothes into washing that needs to be done, things that need to be hung up. Put the clothes in the wash, hang up the clothes are done. Immediately, half of the room is tidy. Then what you do is you just do it corner by corner, and you get trash, you get a trash bag, get a new one out of the kitchen, you put all of the trash in the trash bag, take it out of the room, and then you put things back where they're supposed to be, just bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit, and if there's anything that's like stuff, like wires or a stapler, and you're like, where does it go? Put that stuff on your bed now. Any weird stuff that's overwhelming you, put it on your bed. And then you've got everything back where it's supposed to go. There's no clothes on the floor. Then you can hoover, you can polish, you know, dust, whatever. And then you just look at the bed, you see the stuff that's on the bed, and you just go, right, what room or place does this go in? And then you do it, and then it's done. That is how you tidy your room. And I have my first marching band parade next Thursday. Would you wish me luck? Good luck with that, and just don't get your head stuck in a tuba, which is just good advice for life generally, I think I can say. Well, you know, you could always just try to be their friend, see if there's any romantic tingles, see where it leads you, or you can always just stalk their interests and completely transform yourself to be the kind of person that you think they're like, and then you'll marry them, have a happy family, and then eventually have a breakdown because you'll be like, I'm not being the person that I want to be, but my god, this person's so hot. The abs, was it worth it? Sacrificing my authenticity? I just don't know. And then write a book about it, because that seems like pretty interesting.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of